Or maybe I'll read you something that I wrote this morning, but I can still kind of remember it. Okay. It's written in the third person. I don't know why it came out like that. It just did. The whole point is that you're just supposed to go with the flow. Okay. Apparently, his obsessive rational thinking at that age was only compensation for all the anxieties. Because there was the father, this dominant father, casting a shadow over him, judgmental, with strict moral codes, and he, meaning me, tried so hard to please this father, to live up to his standards, but he always felt like he'd failed, so that gradually he developed this permanent feeling of, I'm not good enough, I'm not moral enough, I'm too egocentric, which in the world he grew up in is the worst possible sin. And on the other hand, there was the mother, who was always too weak to face down this tough father. But she was such an anxious person herself that even with her, this boy, he couldn't really be himself. He couldn't share his hardships, his fears, because she'd immediately get so overwhelmed that her anxiety would only compound his. And then when he realized no one actually saw him, his true self, that is, no one could help him cope with everything he was going through, he fell deeper and deeper into himself and kept all of his pain and anxiety inside and never told anyone anything. And this split inside him wouldn't let him truly be in a relationship because there was always part of him that he kept hidden. He was never fully present until Mira showed up. And to a certain extent, she saved him by seeing him. For the first time in his life, he felt like he might be pulled out of the inherent loneliness. But only after she left did he realize how, even with her, he was there, not there. How hard it must have been to live with this, with someone who's always partly somewhere else, inside his own head. How that could make her feel lonely and unseen. And this realization helped him deal with her leaving him, to make sense of it. And that disabused him of the idea that he'd been a victim of some kind of sudden cataclysm.